from Studio 5 in New York City, this is the News at 6.
And it's Thursday night. Hi, everybody. I'm Ernie Anastos. Thank you very much for joining us again, and we certainly look forward to this time together each night with stories that affect you and your life. And we'll be checking the latest headlines and Nick's record cold forecast in just a few minutes. But first, let's talk about spending some time alone. You know, some people like it, others don't. Let's face it, life is pretty hectic to begin with. And now with social media and technology, it's kind of difficult to go anywhere by ourselves. Being alone is often rare, kind of precious. And tonight we'll talk live to an expert all about it. But let's start off with our own Lydia Serrani.
Did you ever go to the movies by yourself?
No.
You wouldn't go?
For the 6 o'clock news.
All right, thank you very much, Lydia. Joining me right now is a very special guest. I want you to meet Michelle Gielan, the founder of the Institute of Applied Positive Research. You have a positive face. We like that.
Thank you.
What are we supposed to read into all of this? You know, being alone a little bit or a lot? What's the story?
I think alone time is such a luxury these days. So anytime we can get those alone moments, I mean, I'm all for it. I think it's great. The time when you're alone, it's all about you, and that's a good thing.
Exactly. You know, we asked some people, by the way, Michelle, on Facebook to give us their response, and I want to read some to you, right? This is Tuesday said, very important to me. I need that private time to reflect on the things that I do. I have a child, so I need that peace of mind, okay? And Harold said, time alone is great, but when you're always alone, time with someone is special. That's true. Everybody makes a good point.
Absolutely.
You're an American icon. You were just telling me, this is the same sax that you played in high school.
Same sax, yep. This is the one I got in high school, right here.
That is fantastic.
Longest relationship I've ever had.
How do you feel about, you know, the way kids are learning to play instruments these days? A little different from your time.
Yeah, they're pretty lucky, actually, because when I was growing up, there was no way to see anybody play unless you actually went to see them play.
So there's synergy here, just as there was in Los Angeles.
That's good. And speaking of Los Angeles, when you came to New York back in 2009, a little quieter, a little reserved, you know, and you had a very lucrative career as a consultant, doing a lot of great things, and you as an attorney. And then all of a sudden, something came up called, I want to be top cop again. How did you react to that decision?
Well, after I took a breath.
With shock and awe.
Shock and awe is probably valid.
And you brought something to us today that we really appreciate, because that's what our program is about. Looking at a problem and finding a solution to it.
I love that.
Absolutely. You're going to come back?
Absolutely, and I hope we can cross-post what you're doing on the Huffington Post.
Right after the break, we're going into your neighborhood. This time is Gramercy Park, and we'll look at some great things there. And a reminder to join us tomorrow. It's Friday. We pick up on Hollywood's serious side. All right, 32 degrees in New York City. Nick will be along here with a forecast, a little snow in the forecast for tonight. All right, here's what else is happening in the news right now. 2 Israeli soldiers were killed by missiles fired by the Lebanese Hezbollah group. Tough questions for Loretta Lynch in a full day of confirmation hearings. And while we're kind of back to normal here in the city, the eastern part of Long Island still recovering. Yeah, they are shoveling out today.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you know, we're talking totals of 25 to 30 inches out there. So
right.
Huge
a lot
amount
of snow. Okay, thank you, Nick. What a story this is. Arthur Chien is there live for us. Good evening, Arthur. What happened?
Ernie, what you have to know is an ordinance.
Let's take a look at it. Okay.
You've lost that love and feeling. Yakety yak, the locomotion, and every other song you'll hear throughout the remainder of this piece first entered the world in this building.
Liz Dollum, you are the guide reporter.
Yep.
And Kelly Jones, you came to us with a great story idea. You're not a professional reporter. Oh. And you gave us a story about this first-class pediatric center in Yonkers that really is amazing.
She shared her vision for the story, and we headed up to Yonkers to see more.
Here at the center, they care for children from age birth to 21 and give them what they deserve most.
You know, I think it's just really important to raise awareness. So even if it's just telling the story to someone after you watched it tonight, that's important to us too.
Kelly, thank you so much for bringing that story to us. Okay, and Liz, nice job. Well, New York wants to know, so we went to find out. Here we go.
Morning. Morning. Have a good day now.
How many times a morning would you say good morning to people?
Maybe a million.
We love going to different neighborhoods in New York City. It helps us to show you some very unique places to go to and things to do in places you might not have normally visited. Well, tonight we're doing it again by taking you to the neighborhood bordering Union Square and the Flatiron District in Manhattan. It's Gramercy Park.
This area was complete swampland.
Fine dining restaurant in the back.
You'll be great at a dinner party now. You'll have all these little facts in your head.
I have all the information, and I've got the good food, too. Thank you very much, Crystal. Stay warm. And here's a look ahead to next this week's shows. On Wednesday, we take a hard look at media, credibility, and trust in the wake of past and recent developments. Okay, Russ is joining me right now. We're just talking about the NBA trade deadline was at 3 o'clock today. The Nets were supposed to make a deal, but it didn't happen. What did happen?
Well, just what you said. It didn't happen.
Who's on first?
What's on second? Sound like Abbott Costello. And real quickly, successful surgery today on the left knee for one Carmelo Anthony.
Wonderful. Thank you, Russ. All right, we've all heard great quotes or gotten some advice that inspires us. I asked about that and got some great answers. I'm going to share them with you coming up next right here at 6.
We all know the power of words. So do you have a favorite quote or words to live by?
What words? You just have to get through the day and deal with what you have.
Favorite quotes, words to live by. What do you say?
Can't stop, won't stop.
Good one. Love your work. Have a passion for it.
Have your passion.
That's good.
And find some kind of hobby that you really enjoy in your downtime.
Good for you. I'll pass those words along. We just did.
Words to live by. Make every day a beautiful day.
Make every day
I got
beautiful.
a great family, so I'm very lucky.
Who taught you that one?
My father.
Your dad?
Yeah. I have a wonderful family. I got a beautiful grandson.
Well, enjoy all of it, okay?
Thank
you. Nice to see you. Bye-bye.
And as always, don't worry, be happy, right? All right, thank you very much for joining us tonight. I'm Ernie Anastos. For all of us here in Studio 5 in our control room, our whole staff, thanks for being a part of our broadcast. Have a great night, stay warm, and we'll see you again tomorrow night.
Go to myfoxny.com now for news, weather, and entertainment updates. The most powerful name in local news, on air and online. Fox 5 News and myfoxny.com.